I never fully get it, which is why I'm never very interested in movies about people searching for their life's meaning. It takes a special kind of privilege to even have your entire calendar free for such lengthy reflections on your life's purpose. And for the majority of people, a purpose is typically a subconscious idea that is brought to the fore by unforeseen circumstances. That's the exact reason I enjoy this week's Murderbot episode so much. Finding triggers in the rise and fall of Sanctuary Moon, the only thing that gives Murderbot comfort can't be pleasant. The beacon explosion that nearly killed Mensa and her Sucunit was fortunately avoided. Their hopper, however, is toast, and as Murderbot searches for solutions, it can't help but notice the stark similarities between its current predicament and an episode of its favorite television program. Sanctuary Moon's protagonist and his cherished navigation bot are stranded in a remote location, much like Mensa and Murderbot are stranded someplace on the Earth. Murderbot admits that the romance between Captain Hossein and his navigation bot is cheesy. Murderbot's annoyance is only heightened when it is punished for an action that all of us have taken. Murderbot, Preservation No Secunit, should have a copy of the Hopper's maintenance manuals in its system, and Mensa has been searching for ways to retrieve them. At the habitat, Gurathin has been going crazy. Most of them haven't had much trouble packing for a week. All they can do now is sit and worry since Mensa and Murderbot are inaccessible and the beacon hasn't been launched. At least for Gurathin, such is the case. Rathi is still in shock about what happened at the Deltfall habitat. So, basically, no amount of playing his odd musical instrument off-key can soothe him. Pin Lee and Arata have been put off by his sudden enthusiasm in having children. Only when an insecure Rathi pushes onto their massage train is it awkward. Regarding Murderbot, who is starting to worry Gurathin, the three of them aren't entirely in agreement. His inability to have his pals see the rogue bot with the same level of mistrust as he does is already a problem. And now the Sucunit he despises is stuck somewhere with the lady he secretly loves? I feel sorry for Gurathin too. Leebeebee has died. I don't understand how anyone isn't instantly frightened by her, but at least Bharadwaj is enjoying having Leebeebee follow her around like a child. I believe that Bharadwaj is simply thrilled that someone is so intrigued by the samples she has gathered from the planet. She does become annoyed with Leebeebee, so it's not that she doesn't. Leebeebee basically sexualizes Murderbot in another extremely disgusting diatribe almost immediately after they join Gurathin. It seems that she comes from a culture where you buy it, you own it, so she wouldn't mind changing it up with a sex module. The Preservation Alliance's perspective on sentient constructions doesn't entirely align with that. They're not even interested in viewing them as slaves, much less sex slaves. Even Leebeebee is not employed by Deltfall, and she didn't even have to work hard to try to sneak into the Preservation O team and find out more about them from the bad people. They took her in without checking her work status with the Deltfall team. She just needed to utter the words. Thus, Murderbot was spot on in retrospect. Additionally, the rogue bot saves the day in this week's Murderbot episode by charging in and blowing Leebeebee's head off before she can complete her threat. In the shows it watches, it has witnessed situations like these occur far too frequently. When you save someone's neck, they are happy and appreciative. However, Murderbot finds the actual world to be far less satisfying.